Hey everyone, it's Christy, and I just wanted to come on here and give you some more insight on how to take upon yourself and experience in this 3D world what's already yours. Before I jump into this, I want to remind you to hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends about this channel. When you hit that like button, it helps keep this information, helps keep these videos in the loop, okay? It does something to the algorithm from what I understand. So we want as many people to hear this as possible, because, I personally just want everyone to be able to experience everything that's already theirs, and what's already going on in the 4D, in the spiritual, okay? I want that to take form out here. Now, I also want to remind you that I do one-on-one coaching, so if you would like that, once or twice a week or once or twice a month or whatever, I'm here to help you with that, to keep you encouraged and to help you discover if you're not experiencing everything that's already yours, which you should be, right? But no condemnation or anything. I can help you maybe pinpoint some thoughts. The other morning I was just laying there kind of meditating and just listening, because sometimes we need to do that too. We need to just take time to just get quiet and not be, meditating or affirming or anything like that, but just listen and let things bubble up. Like I asked the question, what is still standing in my way? There's nothing standing in my way, but as far as like the wrong thoughts, the thoughts from the lower side. And, a couple things bubbled up immediately. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm still doing this, or I'm still thinking this way about any given situation. And so that brings me to this video and, what I wanted to talk to you about. And, this is one thing that will keep you from experiencing your desires and everything that belongs to you, whether it's health, wealth, harmonious relationships, just a vacation or something, or a job position or promotion or whatever it may be. So I wanted to read this to you, and it's from Neville Goddard, okay, which he really got, manifesting. And he, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought for a second. He also uses the Bible and scripture and the deeper spiritual meaning of it, okay? So he said this: start now to observe all of your unpleasant, negative thoughts and change them. For until you separate yourself from the state from which these thoughts flow, they will continue to cause you to have the same experiences in life, okay? Okay, we can think, well, if we've known about manifesting and we already know this, we know that negative thoughts, as a man thinks, so is he. So if we're having thoughts from the lower side, and not from the mind of Christ, the right side, and, everything that's already yours, that's what's going to be pushed out into this physical world, okay? So this is one thing that I want you to keep checking to see if you're doing. If you're checking the 3D, let's say that you're wanting to manifest a certain amount of money, okay? And let's just say that you're believing that someone's just going, let's just say hypothetically or whatever, that you're believing that it's just going to drop into your bank account, which I have heard stories of that happening, okay? So in all things, all means all things are possible with God, okay? And everything's already been created for us. As long as it doesn't hurt anyone else, we know it's coming from God and things that have already been created for us from the creation of the foundation of the world. Anyway, so if you're still going and looking at your bank account to see if it's there, that's an indication right there I can help you with and let you know that those are some of the thoughts, the unpleasant thoughts that you might not even realize that are in your subconscious mind. You might not even be able to pinpoint exactly what the thought is, but if you're going and checking the 3D, checking your bank account, that means you still are not fully persuaded and you just need to keep persisting. Or say you're wanting to start, like a YouTube channel or a certain business, or to where it requires, followers or, or clients or whatever. And if you're still going and looking to check, I wonder if it's there. Because if you're still going to look and check something, I guarantee you those are the thoughts that are in the subconscious that you probably don't even realize that are there. You're not aware of them, but they're there. They're saying, I wonder if it's there. I wonder if this, I wonder if that. And if we people use the what if statement, well, what if this, in a negative way, that's a sure indication that you're still in fear, that it's not there, or that you don't already have it, okay? You have to keep remembering, whenever you want to go check the 3D or out here, immediately, no, I'm not going to do that. Instead, go back within. I already have this many clients. I already have this much in my bank account. I already have this harmonious relationship. Stop looking to the 3D out here for confirmation, okay? Because if you're not seeing it out here, it's 1000% guaranteed that you need to keep going back within yourself. Things just do not happen out here by chance, okay? Everything starts within the 4D, within the spiritual, within your thoughts. I had someone reach out to me the other day, and they were like, why did this these chain of events, I should say, happen the way they did? And they were thinking that, well, this happened and then this happened and what's going on? And, I was just like, okay, well, first and foremost, you had to have had thoughts, whether you were aware of them or not, in there at some point in your life, had got implanted in there, and it projected out. I'll just say this part of it, that if you have a dream, that definitely means that your subconscious has been imprinted or submerged with that thought, okay, or with that seed. Because when we dream things, it's just whatever's been programmed in there coming out when we're not aware of things out here and you're asleep. So, everything just comes out into dreams. And I've had some crazy dreams myself. I have to wake up in the morning sometimes and be like, okay, that was not real. Whether that came from me thinking that at some time and it got implanted there, into my subconscious, I still have to remind myself that's not real. It's not the real thing. And I just want to say this, which, might seem a little controversial, if you will, that if you're even seeing out things out here when you are awake and you are aware that you're awake, and it's something that you don't want to experience, then that's just like that dream. It's not real. And I've said this a lot, but I just want to remind you, it's just a shadow of what you've been thinking or what's been implanted in there. And the only way to get rid of this is to keep going within. Otherwise, it's going to keep persisting, okay? So that's why you have to calmly keep persisting on going within, doing some of those deep meditations. If you're new to this, or if you've been doing this for a long time and you're still not experiencing what already belongs to you, your inheritance, then I would suggest that you do some of the deeper meditations, as far as meaning blocking everything out. It is so important to do that, especially in the beginning, until you submerge in it, you marinate in it, I just, I can't stress that enough. If you're, still not experiencing it, there still needs to be work done within, okay? Have fun with it. And I don't understand all of this and the way it works, because I've literally had, conjured up. I won't even want to say conjured up, because I believe that it was just given to me because it was already done for me. These scenes that came very easy to me, even like over a year ago. And, just having fun with it and having fun within, knowing that that's actually what's going on. And bits and pieces of that, I don't understand this part of it. So if you do, you can comment down below or send me an email. But all I know is everything did show up out here into the 4D. It was pushed out here. And I didn't even have to, do it very much. When I would wake up in the morning, I would have the same scene over and over and over again. And then little pieces of it here and there, and different experiences came at different times, which in my opinion, I kind of like that better, because if it all showed up at once, it would just be, okay, well, that's over with, or whatever. I experienced that because there are some things that you want to experience daily over and over and over again, okay? So that's why we got to do those deeper meditations and get rid of, let the spirit burn out and swallow up all those thoughts, like I said, that are not, lining up with your desire. And that's where he says, you're going to have those same experiences. Separate yourself, go within, separate yourself, separate your thoughts. Because actually, when I read that, he said, for until you separate yourself from that state from which these thoughts flow, they will continue. So the only way to separate yourself from that is to think on your desire and living in the end of what you do want to experience, okay? So you have to keep taking those thoughts captive and casting down vain, empty imaginations, empty thoughts that have no power, because there's only one power. And just, keep on keeping on, keep on persisting, and you can do this. I know you can. I came back from a very, I don't want to use the word came back, I was already there. But when I say came back, I mean, from a myriad of just like crazy thoughts going on throughout my life because of different things that had happened to me, that were programmed in there. And I came back from all that to where I am now and thinking clearly. And sometimes I get caught off guard. I'm like, whoa, what was that? Or why was that? Just keep reminding myself. Everyone is me pushed out. I had to have thought that. And we're all responsible for our own, thoughts, and taking those thoughts captive and realizing that we are in charge of our lives, that we have created whatever circumstance with no condemnation, just realizing. And like he said, observe all of those unpleasant negative thoughts. Don't stay there. Don't be like all day long being like, oh, I'm observing my negative thoughts, or whatever going around. Just be aware of them for what they are. And they are nothing. The word says in the Bible that it says they are less than nothing, okay? They have no power. So just keep reminding yourself of that. Keep taking your thoughts captive. Keep doing some of those deeper meditations. Practice the focus. Practice the concentration, okay? Because that's what's going to deeply embed and change those pathways for you. And just like a baby is growing in a mother's stomach and eventually gets pushed out here, the faster you do it, or the more you do it, I should say, the faster it's going to get pushed out here. And I know that certain things, in this world seem like this takes this long to grow, this takes that long to grow, or whatever. It's just an example of a seed being planted in the ground and things popping up. Because I did this a long time ago. I talked about this, about a little girl who got like a thing of beans to grow within a day or two, okay? A little thing from class that she planted a seed and she believed that beans were going to sprout out of it, and they're like, oh, no, that still has to grow and everything. That proved to me, I love that story, because that proved to me the more you believe, she was fully persuaded she was going to see those. And she actually would go check the 3D. And if you are going to go check the 3D to see if it's there, per se, go with expectation, not to see if it's there, but believing it is there with excitement. So that's the only reason why you should check the 3D, if you will, or go, or go look, not to see if it's there, but going there and being like, oh my gosh, I know it's there. I'm so excited to go look at my bank account because I know this is there. I'm so excited to go and check, your email because there's some promotion you wanted, because I know it's going to be there. When we were watching a game, gosh, what game was that? I can't even remember. One of the playoff games that we were watching like a week or so ago. And, the one guy was like catching, the quarterback threw the ball, and the one guy that he was throwing it to, he, caught it. But the coach was running down on the sideline, so excited, jumping up and down. He was just, he knew it was going to happen. He knew that touchdown was going to happen. It had already happened in the spiritual, but he knew he was going to experience that touchdown. And he was just running and jumping. We were laughing so hard. I'm like, that's how we need to be. So if for any reason that you do check the 3D, check it with excitement that it's already there, okay? But for the most part, I know most people, including myself, and I'm still working on this, I go and check the 3D to see if it's there. You know what I mean? So, and I'm getting a lot better at it. I'm working on this too, okay? So I hope this video helps you in some way. It is a little bit longer, but I just wanted to share that with you and, and encourage you to keep going, keep persisting, because it's already yours. Whatever that is, that desire that you want to experience out here, realize you already are experiencing it. Just become aware of it more. Become aware of it more, okay? Not out here, within here. And if, like I said, once again, if you do check out here with excitement that it is already there, and you know that you know in your knower that you're going to see it, okay, whenever you go and look for it. Really, I don't even want to use the words look for it, but when you go to, I don't even want to use the word check it. I don't even know what words to use. But anyway, whenever you go to check your email just on a daily basis, just like a natural thing, that you know that email is going to be there that you want to see. Okay, that's just an example, and I hope this helped you in some way, and I will talk to you later. Sorry about my heat came on and it makes my fan go around, so I hope that doesn't make anyone dizzy. I intend that it doesn't. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.